Welcome. In this video, we'll discuss proper handling, installation, and adjustment of CDS reach-in doors. Crate handling. To ensure safe and efficient transport, our frames and doors should be moved using a dolly with industrial rubber wheels. This allows for smooth movement and easier handling. Opening the door packaging. Next, we'll open the packaging for the refrigeration doors. Start by carefully lowering the crate from the dolly. Make sure you have the proper tools to disassemble the wooden crate. Don't use the chisel on the side where the door is underneath. Only use it on the outer edge of the crate. Position the chisel as shown, prying against the crate wood and tapping it with a hammer to remove the staples. This keeps the process safe and controlled. Please make sure to handle the wood safely. Opening the frame packaging. Carefully lower the crate from the pallet, keeping the lights facing down and the top boards facing up. Use the proper tools to open the crate, a chisel and a hammer. First, remove the board connecting the front and back panels. Next, lift and remove the protective board carefully. Repeat this process with the remaining boards, taking care not to damage the frame. Opening preparation. Install the casing with a U-channel or L-type molding. For freezer applications, a thermal break of the casing is required. Verification of clear opening and squareness. Before installation, verify all side, top, and bottom measurements. It is crucial to ensure that all walls are level for proper frame installation. Check squareness by measuring diagonally. Both diagonal measurements should match. Frame installation. First, set the bottom of the frame firmly into the opening. Next, apply upward pressure to seat the top into position. Ensure the frame is aligned before continuing. Frame fastening. Start with a light temporary fastening. Do not fully tighten the screws yet. Check alignment and squareness again. Once confirmed, fully tighten all fasteners. Leave a 1-inch gap between freezer frames to prevent overheating and ensure proper operation. Door installation. Handle all door mechanisms carefully to avoid damage. Do not place the door directly on the floor. Use a support underneath. Here, a foam block is used. This protects the hold-open mechanism and prevents damage that could affect the 90-degree hold-open function. Install the door by seating the bottom first, inserting the torque rod into the quick torque. At the top, press the hinge pin, position the door, and release into the quick level as seen in the video. Secure the door using the safety clip to prevent accidental removal. Quick torque adjustment. To adjust the quick torque, use the provided lever or a similar Allen key. The quick torque mechanism has a slot where the key must be inserted to make the adjustment. This is done by turning the lever a quarter turn towards the handle to increase tension. You will hear a click at each step. It is important not to exceed 4 clicks. More than 5 clicks can damage the mechanism. If the door tension was exceeded due to over-adjustment, we can reduce it using needle nose pliers to release the tension as shown in the video. Afterwards, we readjust by inserting the lever into the slot and turning towards the handle. In this case, since the door is hinge right, we increase tension by turning to the left and apply the necessary clicks to ensure that the door closes properly. Quick level adjustment. The quick level mechanism allows us to level one door with the other, whether in a new installation or in an installation where over time the doors become misaligned. This adjustment is made with a flathead screwdriver, tightening or loosening the front screw so that the door rises or lowers as needed. Electrical verification and consumption. Inside the frame at the top, you'll find a label with the electrical specifications for both the frame and the doors, including voltage and amperage. You'll also find the wiring diagram, which shows each connection by color and function. This area also includes the serial number, manufacturing batch, and certification information. Electrical connection. At the top interior of the frame, you'll find the junction box used for all electrical connections. All wiring is clearly labeled to guide the correct connection of the frame, doors, and lighting. Some models, like the one shown here, are designed to operate with energy-free doors. Complete all connections according to the diagram and labeling provided. Once finished, install the protective cover to secure the wiring. Post-installation. Begin by installing the front posts, securing them to the frame using the brackets provided in the packaging. Insert the brackets into the posts, then attach them to the mounting points on the frame, both at the top and bottom. Shelf installation. Start by installing the top and bottom shelves, making sure they align properly with the rear posts for stability. Once those are in place, install the remaining center shelves. Post leveling. The posts include a built-in leveling system at the base, which uses an adjustment screw to raise or lower the shelving as needed. In this example, the adjustment is shown with the post removed for clarity. Final leveling should be done after the shelving system is fully assembled. Changing the door opening direction. All doors are manufactured standard with a left-hand opening. To change the opening direction, place the door in a secure working position so the components can be safely removed and reversed. Start by removing the hold open and torque rod from the bottom of the door by loosening the fasteners. Once this mechanism is unscrewed, they can then be removed. Next, remove the hinge pin from the top, since this position will now be used for the torque rod. The hinge pin will then be reinstalled on the opposite side where the torque rod was previously located. The hold-open mechanism is directional, with separate versions for left and right-hand openings. All doors come standard with left-hand opening. If a right-hand opening is required, the correct hold open must be ordered in advance. To separate the hold open component from the torque rod, apply a light tap as shown in the video. Install the correct hold open component onto the torque rod, then use locking pliers to position it securely. Insert the rod back into the door and secure it using the appropriate screws with an Allen key. Next, we insert the hinge pin into its new position and firmly push, then place the metal plate over the pin and secure. In this example, a right-hand door is being converted to a left-hand opening. First, remove the quick torque mechanism and flip it for installation on the opposite side. Remove the plastic cap from the frame and relocate it to the unused hole on the opposite side. Then install the quick torque, making sure it aligns properly with the opening on the frame. Install the hold-open frame component and secure it in place. Next, remove the quick level, flip it, and install it on the correct side for the new door orientation. Reinstall the door by positioning the bottom first and inserting the torque rod into the quick torque. Next, at the top, press the hinge pin, position the door, and release it into the quick level as shown in the video. To replace the quick torque, the door must first be removed. Begin by releasing all tension from the door using needle nose pliers as shown in the video. Next, remove the safety clip and lift the door upward to release the torque rod. Remove the existing mechanism and install the new quick torque. To replace the quick level, the door must first be removed. First, release the tension from the quick torque. Next, remove the safety clip and lift the door to disengage it. Lastly, we remove the existing mechanism and install the new quick level and ensure proper alignment. To replace the hold-open components, the door must first be removed. First, release the tension from the quick torque. Next, remove the safety clip and lift the door to disengage it. Next, remove the existing mechanism and install the new hold-open component. There are two hold-open components, one connected to the frame and one connect to the door. If necessary, also replace the hold-open component connected to the torque rod. Once finished, reinstall the door and make any necessary adjustments. To replace the torque rod, the first step is to remove the door. To do that, first release the tension from the quick torque. Next, remove the safety clip and lift the door to disengage it. Then, remove the hold-open component and torque rod assembly from the bottom. Next, install the new torque rod and reassemble. Finally, reinstall the door and adjust as needed. Gasket replacement. To replace the gasket, begin by placing the door on a flat, stable surface with the gasket facing upward. In this example, the door is supported on two work surfaces. Start at one corner and begin removing the gasket, pulling it away until it is completely detached. To install the new gasket, locate the backside with the lip and insert it into the plastic channel on the door. Make sure the flat side is facing outward, as this is the sealing surface against the frame. Press the gasket firmly into place along the entire perimeter of the door. Once installed, perform a final check to ensure the gasket is fully seated and properly aligned, preventing it from coming loose during operation. Handle replacement. The door does not need to be removed for handle replacement. Use a flathead screwdriver at one of the corners on the handle side to remove the plastic trim. Access and loosen the mounting screws with an Allen key. Loosen one screw partially, then fully loosen the second. Keep the tool in place to prevent losing the screw. Rotate the handle and install the new one, securing one side first. Remove the old handle completely and secure the new one in place. Once the new handle is installed, reinstall the plastic insulating trim. Lamp replacement. To remove the lamp, rotate it about 90 degrees to release it from the sockets, then pull it out. To install the lamp, insert it into both sockets, making sure both ends are fully seated, then rotate 90 degrees until it locks into place. Also verify the L and N markings are positioned toward the top socket. If not oriented correctly, the lamp will not turn on. Frame heater replacement. Disconnect power before beginning. Remove the gaskets from the frame, starting at a corner using a small flathead screwdriver. Repeat this along all sides. Next, remove the magnetic contact plate, as shown in the video, and then repeat this procedure with the three remaining sides. Next, remove the interior plastic cover to access the wiring. Then, from the exterior side, use a screwdriver to remove the adhesive plug covering the heater wiring. Next, using wire cutters, cut the two power leads connected to the heater. Once disconnected, carefully pull the heater out from the aluminum channel. Install the new heater wire by feeding it into the aluminum channel using a pressure roller to ensure it is properly seated. Feed the wires through the hole that was covered with the adhesive plug. From the rear of the frame, route the new heater wires into position. Ensure all connections are properly joined and fully insulated. Reinstall the plastic cover over the wiring. Then reinstall the magnetic contact plates along all sides of the frame. Finally, reinstall the rubber gaskets using a pressure roller to ensure they are properly seated. Door heater replacement. Before beginning, the door must be removed from the frame. To do this, first release the tension from the quick torque and then remove the safety clip so you can detach it from the frame. Place the door on a flat surface with the gasket facing upward. Next, remove the plastic trim to access the heater wiring, making sure not to remove the gasket. Use a flathead screwdriver starting at one corner to carefully lift and remove the trim. At the top corner, locate the power connector for the heater wire. Remove the screws and the metal retaining piece that secures the wiring to the connector and the door structure. Carefully pull out the wires until you reach the central connection point located along the side. This is where the heater connects to the power supply, which also feeds the glass heater. Using wire cutters, cut the red and white wires connected to the door heater. Install the new heater wire by connecting its wires to the power supply using appropriate connectors. Next, attach the green ground wire to the frame, securing it in place, and reinstall the metal retaining piece over the connection. Insert the new heater wire into the aluminum channel, using a pressure roller to ensure it is properly seated along its entire length. To finish, reinstall the plastic trim, making sure it is fully seated and secured in the channel. Thank you for watching.